Before every practice and game, you warm up, don't you? Some athletes may have some taping, stretching, and even some exercises. And the reason for that is to get their body prepared for what's coming up. You cannot enter your competition with a cold body, as that could cause you an injury. However, how do you prepare your mind, your most powerful tool? Are you giving it a chance to not be prepared? Are you just going to play without getting mentally ready? Or are you getting ready in the wrong way? Imagine if instead of warming up, just as you do with your body, you ice it before the game. That would be worse than doing nothing. How is your mental preparation? Are you warming up, icing, or doing nothing? If you are not in your optimal mental state, you are not going to play your best. Because of this, you need to know how you can enter your optimal state and maintain it during the game. The first step for it is to know what and how to do it, and that's what I'm going to show you in this video. First of all, you need to know the goal of this, how the right pre-game preparation is going to change the way you perform. The benefits you should expect from it are feeling more confident before and during your competition, enjoying more the competition and being in the present, letting your skills to flow naturally, feeling more relaxed before competing, and knowing what to do and being able to do it. Now, let's see how different athletes get prepared before their competition.
Contigo pra cima, porra. É só um peixe que rala, nem fera. Vai sentando sem compromisso. Tem que deixar aquilo lá também, aquilo ali? É só lá. Curioso, é curioso. Eu quero dar daquele jeito no intervalo, tá? Tentarem. Ó. Calma não. Se fizer dois, você vai. Olha pra lá que nós vamos estar assim. Isso, caralho. Vou meter a dancinha com nós aqui, ó. Chega comigo. Expectativa grande. Muito positivo. Esperando fazer uma bela partida. Vamos junto. Temos que ganhar, assim assim. Vamos junto. Vamos com Deus. Espero que dê tudo certo. Eu tô ousado, hein? O Jota tá ousado.
Before leaving his home to go to the game, Neymar performed a series of things that takes him to his optimal emotional state. He was dancing, joking around, having a great support from the people he loves, and that creates a sense of pleasure and relaxing. However, he was also focused in the game. He got challenged by his father to score, and he accepted it. Instead of feeling more pressure because of that, he embraced it and joked about it. He was also speaking about the game, saying things that gives him confidence, like saying he was positive, he was confident, he had faith in God, and even putting more pressure on himself by saying his team had to win the game. Neymar is a player that embraces and likes to play under pressure. Now, let's see how Michael Jordan used to get prepared.
My mental preparation for the game is very different than most. I try to relax myself. I'm a jokester, a prankster, if you want to say it that way. I listen to music, I joke around with the guys, I take my whole mind away from the game itself, and then when the time comes to focus on the game, I focus on my athletic skills and putting it together with the team, and somehow collectively going out and doing our jobs each and every day. I challenge myself to be the best basketball player every moment that I'm playing the game of basketball. And sometimes that means tricking yourself in your mind to say that you can't do this or your weaknesses are here, but yet you still try to work on improving those weaknesses. A lot of people may say, well, Michael Jordan never had weaknesses. Michael Jordan had weaknesses. He just had to dig deep inside himself to figure out what they were and challenge himself to improve those weaknesses. So mentally, I like to challenge myself to go out and play a perfect basketball game. Although I know you can't do that. It's practically impossible to play a perfect game, but that doesn't mean you can't challenge yourself to do that.
As he himself said, he likes to take his mind away from the game while he's in the dressing room. He accomplishes it by joking around, pranking with his teammates, and listening to music. When the time to focus in the game comes, and this is a time he sets for himself, he starts challenging himself to be the best basketball player in the court. That has two main impacts. He believes he can be the best one, as he has a strong self-image, and it gives him the freedom to try the things he wants to do, as he has no obligation. That is just a challenge. Lastly, he also said how he tricks his mind by saying positive things to make himself to believe he can do the things he wants. Now, let's look into how Stephen Curry gets prepared before competing.
Warriors guard Stephen Curry's game day warm-up efforts involve a full routine he runs for around 20 minutes in the pregame. Bay Area News Group columnist Tim Kawakami is tracing the steps from the moment Steph laces up and begins the process.
I think we all know that Steph Curry is a fascinating guy to watch, and I think his shooting is what obviously separates him from every other player in the NBA. I just want to know, how does he prepare for a game? What leads him into his planning for how he shoots? Does he think what he does pregame sets him up for what he does in the game? And does it actually set him up for what he does in the game? Does he work on certain shots for certain games, certain opponents? I want to see kind of the process and maybe the artistry of it. We know it's not exact science. It's feel, it's touch, it's creativity, and I want to see how all that kind of shapes itself in the pregame as it leads into the real game.
The moment he hits the court, it's all about focus and several drills designed to replicate game action, starting with attention to the handles.
At the start, we saw him with two balls dribbling with both hands. It's kind of a Curry drill where he takes a ball, puts two balls between his legs, puts it behind his back, puts two balls at once, kind of getting the feel, as he talks about it, getting the feel of the ball, getting a sense of his hands on the leather, getting control of the ball. Then he moves from that to, he goes to a little bit of the scoop shot, kind of runner, flicks it in left-handed, flicks it in right-handed, kind of just to see the ball go in the net, as he talks about. Then we see him go kind of the three-point shots. He kind of runs, catches a catch and shoot from Bruce Frazier, the assistant coach. He sees him kind of dribble to his left, dribble to his right, step inside again, step to his left, step to his right, race to the three-point line in the right corner, catch and shoot, race to the right-hand corner, dribble, three-point shooter, race to the top again, catch and shoot from three-point, dribble into a three-pointer. It's all the shots we see him in the game. He kind of repeats and repeats and repeats over and over again. He says it's about 105, 110 shots. I'm going to count them up. I haven't counted up yet, but I imagine he made about 60 or 70 of them. I think he wanted to make more. He does the one-on-one session, about 5 shots. Frazier leans on him right about the top of the key, pushes him. Curry kind of bends away from him, takes some 2 or 3 fadeaway shots, maybe 1 or 2 of them three-point, 2 or 3 dribble in, pull-up shots, 2 or 3 dribble in all the way to the basket scoop shots. Just kind of all the shots that he thinks he's going to need tonight.
Right before the game starts, Curry likes to start his own game. He does everything he's going to do during that game, and that includes his ball handling, shooting, and running. What he's doing during the warm-up is not only getting his body ready, but also his mind, by pointing his mind to what he wants to accomplish in the game. His preparation is more focused in the game than the 2 previous athletes. That works better for him, maybe not for you. Now, let's see how you can create your own pre-game routine. Before you start creating it, you need to have in mind what you want to accomplish with it. Do you want to feel more relaxed or more motivated? Here is a page from the Playing the Zone, a guide I created to help athletes to find and execute their best pre-game routine. It comes with some instructions to help you to create your own pre-game preparation. By using this drill, you are going to find what is your optimal arousal level. However, you should try different ones to find out which one works better for you, because this is about humans, not math. Now, do this drill. How technical is your sport? If it is 100% technical, pick 6. If you fight, for example, you should pick a lower number. Your position, if this applies, is more about technique or strength. If you play soccer, for example, a defender needs more strength than a winger. Your personality. Are you an introvert or an extrovert? This is important because introvert people are more likely to be self-motivated. Then, they will need less stimulus to get their optimal arousal level than an extrovert people. How is your environment? Does it make you to feel excited or it drives your motivation away? Lastly, how do you need your focus to be? Single focused, or do you need to have a bigger vision field? The more aroused you are, the more single focused you get. Now, sum all the numbers and divide them by how many questions you answer. If you answer all of them, you should divide it by 5. Now that you know your optimal arousal level, you need to match it before every single competition. Again, this is not rocket science. You should try different levels to find out what works better for you. Now, for you to achieve this level of arousal, you can use different tools, such as the one Neymar, Curry, and Michael Jordan told they use. Have in mind that if the tool you are using, like joking or listening to music, makes you more motivated, you are getting more aroused. If it makes you more relaxed, it is making you less aroused. One important thing to say is that anxiety will be present, and you should not face it as a negative thing. You should instead embrace it. Only if you are experiencing high levels of anxiety, you should decrease immediately. And the way to do that is to use the tools that make you calmer. I hope this video helps you to get better prepared for your competition. And if you want to know more about a pre-game preparation, check the Play in the Zone. If you want more videos like this video, share with your friends and subscribe to the channel.